Welcome back once more to the Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero, where we want to take another exploration. Not a super big one because most of the city hasn't changed, but there are areas outside the city we cannot visit, so maybe it will be long after all? I don't know. Anyway, going on a day trip to my areas is as exhausting as it sounds, trust me. Okay, the wife is waiting back home for me. I ought to get back there ASAP, so the two of us can relax together. Dang it. I was wanting to stay in Crossbell for a little while longer. Hurry up! If you aren't board soon, we're going to miss our flight. Our regularly scheduled flight to Libel via the Calabria will be departing soon. Passengers who have their tickets, please hurry and head through the boarding gate. Here at the ticket counter, we also handle immigration registrations and are able to check your baggage before boarding. Please rest assured, we'll make sure any luggage you entrust to us is safely transported to your destination. On top of handling ticket sales, we are also in charge of loading the passengers' baggage onto the airships. Please feel free to check your bag in with us if you have any heavy luggage. You can't enter? Sure. Oftentimes, wealthier passengers like to take their pets with them on their flights. We transport them in individual cages with all their luggage, but they always start barking and crying the moment we land. I understand people like to bring their pets with them, but personally, I'd prefer not to having to handle transporting them. I know the owner and his or her pet haven't done anything wrong, but still. Personally, I'd rather not handle transporting pets by airship, but that's just me. Hey, it's up to Anton whether he wants to stay the purse forever or actually learn from his rejection this time. As his friend, all I can really do is keep watching over the poor guy. You're such a friend, Ricky. Oh hey, thanks again for all your help yesterday. Anton, are you returning home? Sadly so. There's nothing left for me here since Fran rejected me and all. Truly unfortunate. Oh, don't worry about me, I'm used to this sort of thing. Seeing the pure smile form on her lips as she talked about the person she loves, it's basically killed me inside. The person she loves. Should we tell him what she meant with Sergeant Major? Probably better leave it be. We mentioned that, and I bet things will just get more complicated than we want to deal with. Agreed, I feel a little bad for him, but it's probably for the best. A brutal rejection libel and a gentle one at Crossbell. Hey Ricky, what's there to live for now? What am I supposed to do? Air travel has become quite pleasant over the past few years, hasn't it? The goddess dwells in the sky, you know. Perhaps we have received her blessing through our endeavors. Going. Yeah, wait, we had you. It's a never-ending cycle. Here, I am waiting for more packages. The sad thing is I'm actually getting used to all these late arrivals. I suppose being able to save a weight is a mark of a pro, right? Pretty sure it's the same as last time, but we didn't have access to the station before we had the quest. Even Mayor McDowell uses the railway whenever he had appointments in the Empire or Republic. Sure, traveling by airship would be faster, but the tickets are way more expensive. We're blessed with such a frugal mayor. The bus service provides transportation to the Bonia and Calvadian border gates, if you prefer an alternative to the railway lines. If you have a minute, I can explain alternative methods of transportation that can assist you in your return home. If you happen to miss your train, please don't hesitate to ask me for assistance. If needed, I can also show you the proper bus routes to take to return home from the board gates. It's gonna be lonely without you home, Grandpa, but it's okay. I know your trip's gonna go great. Just do your best out there. It's about time for the Empire-bound train to depart. It's a little sad to leave, but I should get myself to the platform. Wait, didn't you just step off a train that came in from the Republic? If you have to make one-day trips out to the state, you must be really busy. Well, we didn't have much choice considering the support request. While you're here, have there been any developments in the raid investigation? Well, actually, we found that not too long ago, some really dangerous stuff was smuggled into the state from Erebonia. How dangerous are we talking? Well, it was some of those Reinford-made heavy machine guns used in the raid. So, very... LoH must have planned the raid well in advance. They were ready. Figures that's how they got those guns. But despite their careful planning, Heyu still managed to drive him into a corner. Exactly, and that's what strikes me as odd. For a supposedly premeditated raid, their performance was rather lackluster. We need to keep that inconsistency in mind as we continue to investigate. At any rate, from what I understand, cargo coming into Crossbell from Erebonia often goes without inspection. What's it going to take for them to crack down on that? As if their level of negligence hasn't already put people at enough risk already. Oof, that hits a sore spot. Because you know they are right. The fact that they got their hands on Reinford company weaponry rubs me the wrong way. How does LoH do it? Not even the CGF are able to buy those heavy machine guns. I wonder if Erebonia or Calvert would be better for my heartbreak vacation. But it will pick the one with a more attractive man, but I'm not exactly sure how to figure that out. Even with the hustle and bustle of the festival, there was one passenger in particular that stood out to me. He was a young playboy type of guy, one with a real penchant for mischief, given how much fun he had messing with Quattro. Of course, Quattro went haywire, but witnessing it unfold from the sidelines was entertaining to say the least. That description sounds suspiciously like someone we know. It was sure something to see that red-headed playboy drive Quattro up the wall. Yeah, so it was Lecter. Well, if it isn't the special support section. It's been a while, Quattro. Indeed it has. Thank you again for last time, everyone. I'm on my way to perform a routine inspection of Platform 2. Weren't you on your way to Calvert? Yeah, let's call it a business trip. Oh, keep up the good work then. They say those who put in the most effort are the ones who will find the most success in life. I know you're probably busy, but continue striving for excellence in all that you do. Actually, I'm still not too sure whether the Eastern Quarter is even safe. I mean, what if it's full of rogues and crooks like the ones in Gambler Jack? There's been a lot of accidents lately, far too many in my book. All I want is for passengers to be safe and have pleasant travels. Timetable. Map of Crossbell. I used to be really shy, but I managed to get over it after I was put in charge of making the announcements. I'm so glad they trusted me with this. It's a perfect job for me. Good, and I remember you had the back alley Dr. Glenn or something like that. But I picked that up in the episode. I think we finally got a good picture of the situation, but it doesn't seem like it'll break out into a conflict anytime soon. But don't quote me on that. At this point, it seems like anything could happen. I need to be sure to rearrange the schedule so we can deploy our members at a moment's notice. Arios is here, Scott and Vince are in the back alley, Lynn and Aeolia and Crossbell State, we just met them. And Estelle and Joshua are at home. So, oh, you've all come. I understand that you've already met with Heyu Zhao. How do you guys keep doing that? Where did you hear that from? Information like that will reach our ears within minutes. What I gather, Tayu doesn't plan on exacting their revenge quite yet, correct? Yeah, seems so. Still doesn't change the fact that we're on the verge of a messy situation. We cannot discount the possibility of their main headquarters intervening either. It's true that Tayu is a massive crime syndicate with an iron-fisted hold over Calvert's underworld. However, their organization has been split into numerous smaller units, essentially dividing them. As such, I'm sure Zhao will be able to prevent the units with interest in Crossbell from retaliating prematurely. I see, that makes sense. You're surprisingly well informed on their affairs, Arias. I find myself traveling to the Republic on work-related business frequently. Yin may be a dangerous tool in their arsenal, but I never got the impression that Tayu is a ruthless murderer of the innocent. I'm far more worried about Revage, quite frankly. Revage haven't managed to survive as long as they have by making brash, aggressive moves, so to see them suddenly act that way comes as a surprise. I have to wonder if Garcia's hold over the organization's lower ranks may be slipping. I have a feeling that something bigger is at play just below the surface here. Yeah, the same things you were worried about as well. Oh, back from the guild already, Joshua? Yeah, they've dismissed us for the time being. We're under the impression that Tayu won't retaliate for a while. For now, we've been put on standby within the city, given the unpredictable nature of the situation. So we're looking at a potential turf war between mafias, huh? Well, I hope we can patch things up before they spiral that far out of hand. Estelle is staring intensely at the shelf filled with sneakers. Okay, just to be extra careful, I'm gonna go ahead and change into my lucky sneakers. Decisions. The anniversary editions seem like they have better traction, but the limited editions look more durable. I like them both too much to choose. It looks like things might get a bit dicey with a mafia, so I'm just giving my equipment a good once over to be extra careful. Don't you guys find it super essential to have a trusty pair of shoes on your feet? It might come as a real shocker, but I totally recommend trying out Straggers. Is she a spokesperson for Stragger or something? Nope, just a big fan. Okay. I saw a huge crowd of people while I was selling vegetables in Crossbell City this morning. Some sort of mafia dispute was going on, I heard. Can't say I'm envious of city folk. Should I make lunch before heading to work today? I've gotten tired of eating at the Ash Tree Inn every day, so something new would be fun. Wow, the butterfly's sure out and about. Earlier I baked an apple pie that we could have for an afternoon snack, but if Stefan doesn't hurry up, this tasty treat is going to have to wait. You're serious? No way! Stefan said he was going to take the day off to rest back at the inn. Did he get sick? Might as well pay him a visit later. Yay! What game are we gonna play today? I think I like the ones with lots of running the most. Jake's not exactly the hard-working sort, so I always give him an earful when he slacks off. Every now and again he tells me, just you watch, I'll go to the city and make a name for myself. Oh yeah? If you have enough free time to do that, why don't you just learn how to run the shop properly? Ah, Gramps gave me another one of his angry lectures. At this point, maybe I should really ditch this place and move to Crossbell City. But if I did that, then Gramps would be stuck here all alone. I can't leave Gramps all by himself, though. Derek, the chief's son, is trying his damnedest to modernize the village or some such. But you ask me, America's perfect just the way she is, always has been. As far as I'm concerned, it would be a right tragedy if our cozy little village just got turned into some copy of Crossbell City. That Fisherman's Guild member over there. All he does is cast his line and stare out into space. Looks pretty relaxing. Maybe someday I'll get to cast a word too. Dad seems content with going with the flow, but I'd rather not live in poverty. Can't Derek come up with some other plan? We racked up more of a profit than we have in a long time with that food stall at the anniversary festival. That festival really was incredible. I was working non-stop, but that sweet, sweet mirror was worth it. Can't Derek come up with some other plan? I was loitering in the inn after only buying a cup of coffee, so Celie came and hit me with her feather duster. That girl sure loves her mirror. Lucky for her, I don't just have a heart to say no. I'll order a light meal. My only goal when opening the inn was to create a place where villagers can unwind and enjoy a good meal. That's why I don't really care about turning a profit. As long as I can keep the lights on, that's all I need. Don't tell anyone else though. Celie gets ticked off whenever she hears me say that. Well, once she gets accustomed to the inn, I'm sure she'll start to understand how I feel. Gambler Jack is starting to hook me. Can't wait to see how it ends. Hey, I know that book. If I remember correctly, Jack ends up... Not another word. You need to put a lid on this awful habit of yours, Goffin. Spoiling someone on how a story ends is plain unforgivable. Really, how many stories do you think you've ruined for me at this point? Sorry, Alfred. You won't hear a peep out of me about it anymore. There's nothing worse than spoiling someone on how a story ends, or what its big twist is. I may be good friends with Goffin, but he needs to break that nasty habit or else... Stefan has never gotten much exercise, so imagine my surprise to see him running around the village like this. I'm so relieved. It seems like he's finally starting to become friends with the other kids here. Ow, ow, ow. I ran around just a little bit yesterday and now my legs feel ready to fall off. Oh, pathetic. Still, it was a lot of fun. So he's just exhausted after yesterday, yeah? Why exactly has Crossbell City decided to modernize like they have? And why is Armorica Village so intent on living in the past when the future is now? If we can't figure out those reasons, any hope of modernizing the village will disappear. There's no point in comparing Crossbell City with Armorica the way Derek does. Crossbell City is Crossbell City, and Armorica Village is Armorica Village. It is by the goddess's will that each take their own form and serve their own purpose. I mean, comparing them doesn't make much sense, sure, but just living completely separate is also not possible because the people here need Crossbell and Crossbell pretty much needs them. My husband and our son always get into heated arguments due to their conflicting ideals. They never turn out well, though, since neither was willing to compromise. I'm a little ashamed that we ended up dumping the investigation on the Sergeant Major and you guys. I guess as ordinary guardsmen need to up our game if we're gonna be good enough to tackle stuff like that ourselves. Crossbell City, a place where mafiosos run free throughout the streets. It sure sounds exciting. The stories of Crossbell being the continent's city of sin must have been true. Everyone appreciates you all for backing up Sergeant Major Seeker at the Moon Temple. The special support section really is no joke. Well, be in your debt. If you ever need a helping hand, feel free to call Tangram Gate. All the guardsmen here are in your debt. Let's just call us if you ever need help. The mess hall was running a bit low on ingredients, so I decided to stop by to wholesale some to them. Now then, I don't want to keep Temas waiting. I should hurry and bring the rest of the crates in before I get too carried away. Hello everyone, workers brought me to the mess hall today, selling ingredients. Wish me luck! Cargo check, all clear. We just need your signature over at the reception desk and when you're set to pass through. I came to Crossbell seeking to sell goods from the Eastern Quarter. Considering there aren't any places that specialize in selling Eastern accessories, these are going to sell like hotcakes. We actually find loads of contraband during our inspections here, but too often all it takes is a bribe to the commander for them to be on their way. A system that turns a blind eye to evil when shown with a mirror isn't moral. I probably should have thought up some plans before actually coming to Crossbell. I could always go to Armorica Village. One of my friends who visited during the festival said it was definitely a must-see. He wouldn't stop going on about the sights, so maybe that's not a bad idea. Then again, going on a tour of Mainz is awfully tempting too. Burroughs seems to have finally recovered from that scouting mission of his. He even managed to get back to guard duty. Finally cuts me a break, think Idios. Patrolling an area you're not used to is seriously draining. Oh well, I guess I grab a bite to eat before heading back to work. Lately, people have been traveling all the way to Tangram Gate just for our food. Having a customer come back for another meal is the best compliment a chef could get. Deputy Commander Bells makes sure to not put too much on the guardsman's plate throughout the day. If we are drained when stuff really hits the fan, we'll be done for. You guys should stay in tip-top shape too. You have to be ready for anything. Make sure to rest whenever you can. You never know when you need to spring into action. Heck, rest here if you want. I don't mind. But I have to pay here. Thank goodness it didn't take too long for Burrell to get back to his feet. Some CGF guardsman here is getting scared by monsters so bad he fainted. Seriously uncool, man. When we went to scout out the temple, I get spooked real bad by some monsters. I was bedridden for a while, actually. I didn't mean to be such a burden on everyone. I've got to work harder than ever before to make it up to them. In the end, the guardsmen weren't able to finish the investigation and you four plus the Sergeant Major had to take over. I guess when push comes to shove, you all are just better than us right now. Well, as one of Deputy Commander Bale's guardsmen, I don't plan on giving up. Apparently, Sergeant Major Seeker and Deputy Commander Bales are having an important discussion in the Deputy Commander's office. Deputy Commander Bales mentioned that she'd been wanting to thank you for, so if you're free, why not go see her? In a moment. I see, so these are your discoveries from a Moon Temple investigation. Good work, Seeker. The special support station are the ones you should be complimenting, ma'am. Without them, this investigation would not have been a success. So, ma'am, what do you think we should do about all this? You described in your report a bell that seemed to summon fiends, correct? If my hunch is right, it might have something to do with artifacts. I plan to consult Archbishop Irelda about his opinion on the matter. That sounds like a smart decision, ma'am. If you want, I can go ahead and contact the cathedral and try to set up a meeting. Please do. We really appreciate your help yesterday, everyone. I couldn't have done it without you. When I went to inform the deputy commander of our success, she asked me to put together the report ASAP, so I did, of course. I sure hope the Septian Church will cooperate with us. Without their expertise, I doubt we'll be able to uncover the truth behind that bell. Good work yesterday, everyone. Your investigation was a success. Though we still may not know the exact cause of the incident, you managed to put a stop to both the bell and those monsters. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome. You can leave the rest of the investigation to the Guardian Force. Okay. Sources say the spa is frequently used by LoH members. Alright, let's see what we can dig up. I don't mesh well with these kinds of places. He's having trouble maintaining his composure. It's okay, sir. Gans is not the type of person who would get involved with drugs. I don't know if those pills are an illegal substance. If they truly are, then I'll track down whoever's responsible for distributing them and make them pay. Unconscious? Swing its side effect of a drug? Too early to make a call. There, finally organized the reservations on the Orbital network. Oh, something wrong? Excuse me, could you tell me what happened to Mr. Gans? Would you like me to contact St. Orson and request an ambulance? I'm a little worried about Gans, but we can't afford this becoming a big deal. Well, I think he managed, probably. He just had a few too many drinks. Someone is taking care of him right now, so I think he'll be fine. Really, I'm relieved to hear that. Welcome everyone, thank you for coming. Ilya and Risha are currently occupied. Let's get out. I heard a little rumor from someone over at Armorica. Apparently one of the members has been acting like a complete weirdo lately. Wonder what's up with them, or maybe they're just gonna upset his stomach. That Lecter man came yesterday, but his skills were particularly memorable. I managed to utterly crush him. What about that last hand, though? Yeah, no kidding. Pulling a 5 of a kind over to beat a straight flush ain't something any regular guy could do. Nothing more than a mere coincidence, I imagine, though. I can't say that for sure. I'm worried about Gans' health. We may have the occasional scuffle during our matches, but he is a regular at our establishment. But Lecter guy's strategy is unusual to say the least. What if all the time he's been putting on an act and losing intentionally? I think I'm going to have to keep an eye on him. The guy that beats guns is drinking with your owner right now. He managed to draw a 5 of a kind in their last big gamble. He's totally a pro gamer, right? What's with all the ruckus downstairs? A lot of scary stories these days. We got some turbulent times ahead of us. Yo guys, how's he holding up? So Lecter, it's not really our place to tell you that right now. But still, I think things have finally begun to calm down. I believe we should be able to get an apology out of him later at least. There's no hard feelings here. That's just the way of a game, you know? It's not like I meant to utterly crush him after he's been on such a win streak. Hold on, did you intentionally wait until the last hand to beat him? There's no freaking way, man. That was just some lucky coincidence. Sure was, a big, beautiful coincidence. Karma must have noticed all the good deeds I've done and rewarded me. Did he actually destroy guns like that on purpose? Maybe he did. I'm honestly not so sure anymore. I'm under the impression that nothing is impossible for a man like Lecter. Well, I only gave him a little push toward the inevitable. It was all going to come crashing down on him eventually. It just happened to be a bit sooner than expected. I'll leave the annoying stuff to you guys. Just make sure you don't take your eyes off him right now. Yeah, that's a given. Well, I'm all finished with my mission. It would be kind of boring to just up and leave like this, though. I think I just have a little bit of me time, if you know what I mean. Did he just say mission? What mission? Allow me to properly express my gratitude for all your help. I'm in your debt. We kinda lucked out. Could have been a lot worse had we not come when we did. Yeah, no kidding. Someone could have been hurt had they tried to fight while he had that unnatural strength. Excuse me, sir. I know this may be uncouth, but would you mind keeping quiet about this for now? We've here to uncover all the facts, so we don't want any misinformation to spread. Of course, we'll keep this under wraps for now. This incident getting out wouldn't bode well for our business either. Rumors are bound to spread, and I'll notify my staff to remain silent about it. Well, I'm sure there will be rumors this place is rife with drama. People will quickly forget, move on to the next hot topic. Drama! It's true. There really is no place like home. Thank you, everyone. You truly helped me in ways nobody could understand. It was no trouble at all. You really should try to communicate with your father more, though. That's the plan. You've given me your confidence to give it an attempt. I would love for you to visit me once again. I don't know how I can thank you for your help, everyone. I'm truly relieved to have consulted you instead of following my lady's orders as I had originally intended. Not a problem, ma'am. The SSS is here to help you with any and all requests. Okay, I'll be sure to remember that. It truly is a relief. The Imperial faction no longer has any ammunition to use against us. And now we can plan our countermeasures for the Diet with our minds at ease. I have to say, Representative Campbell was unusually agitated. Maybe he's actually been worried about his daughter? As if. I suppose I should offer you my thanks for returning my foolish daughter. I believe I said my piece. Please leave immediately. Anything new from Jonah? Oh, here we go! All this information here just keeps pouring in. Now to rank them by priority and package everything. Easy money. Wow, he's really focused. We should just leave him be. So we got rank A from here to there, and B starts right around here. As for rumors involving our friends over at Rivage employing Jaegers, It's fishy, so let's stick that with C. Now, which one of my regulars is going to take the bait? Lately, I felt that Crossbell has become more dangerous in past years. Here at the cathedral, we're responsible for the safety of the children attending Sunday school, so we have to be ever vigilant. Hey Tamu, what's the plan today? Running around is so tiring, let's just chat with that one sister instead. We got permission to play on the days we don't have Sunday school. Plus it's kind of a waste to have a playground like this and not use it. Tamu and Hummel come here to play quite often, but I admit I sometimes have trouble telling them apart from a distance. Yeah, twins. The thought of people fighting with each other is so terribly sad to me. And should such a fight escalate into one between groups or nations, it will only result in innocent people being caught in the crossfire. I wish we could resort to diplomacy and solve the differences with civility, like Liberal Screen did with a non-aggression pact. Those mafia lunatics, how could they start a gunfight in the middle of a city? They're absolutely mad. Oh, Adios, please protect us hardworking merchants from the horrible schemes of such wicked men. I feel like we had more people than usual show up to pray today. The commotion over at the harbor must have stirred up some anxiety amongst those living in the area. The Archbishop is deeply disheartened by the incident in the city. The immoral deeds of the wicked pain him like nothing else. I heard the Mafia have started to move. I'm relieved no citizens got caught up in their antics, but still such tomfoolery. Oh, Adios, please deliver mankind from the hardships brought by such strife. I take much comfort in knowing that innocent lives were not involved in the conflict. Oh, Adios, please deliver mankind from the hardships brought by such strife. Why, hello, you two. Did something happen? You've got such grave looks on your faces. No, it's nothing, really. We definitely can't bring up the pills we found in Crossbell City. Is that so? Well, in any event, remember to keep a smile on your face when you're out, no matter how bad things get. Lots of people rely on the special support section. You can't go worrying them if that gloom and doom surrounding you. You have a good point there. Thank you very much for the advice, Sister Marble. Archbishop Iwelda is also outraged by the incident in the city. He's relieved no one got injured, but having so many live in fear over a selfish squabble is something he can't tolerate. Wait, so Gun's been MIA this whole time because he's living the high life over in Crossbell City? Honestly, what's gotten into him? Mayor Bixon finally decided to go to the city himself to pick up guns. Just the fact that we know where he is takes a huge load off my shoulders. I spotted the mayor hopping on the bus. He looked so depressed I could practically see the rain clouds above him. Did something happen to Guns? If Gun's been found, that means, oh no, there's going to be another party tonight, isn't there? Preparing for one is always a pain. Vixen went all the way to Crossbell City so he could see Guns. From what I heard, Guns has been acting very strange, disconcertingly so. What could have happened to him? No matter, I'm just relieved to hear Guns is alive and well. The whole town was filled with relief when they heard the news. You found Guns, right? Thank gosh. So how was he doing? Oh, I can't just tell him Guns might be hooked on drugs. When Guns finally comes back, he's going to have to tell me about all of his adventures in Crossbell City. Honestly, I'm worried LoH is going to go right back to goofing off once Guns comes back. Now he's actually taking his job seriously. I pray we'll take the experience to heart and keep it going, no matter what distraction. I could swear I heard something like a bell ringing come from the ruins for the last few days. But then it just vanished yesterday. I wonder what it was exactly. Yeah, the mystery bell in the Moon Temple. Is Guns serious? He forced the mayor to go all the way to the city for his sorry ass? I heard that gambling has made his head inflate to twice its size. What a mess. Everyone in the mine is really nice to me, so I like to say hi to them. You know, everyone thinks my daddy is a super awesome person. Oh, thank goodness. They finally found Guns. You've heard the rumors about ghosts haunting the ruins, right? I almost thought he might have been spirited away or something. I heard Guns was finally found yesterday. You know, the guy would never stop ranting out how his mining work was too tough. He ended up becoming a gambling addict to blow off some steam, but never would have guessed he'd go completely missing. I'm sorry for all the trouble he's caused all of you SSS. Please allow me to apologize for him. Mining is a strenuous job, and the pay isn't anything to write home about. There's probably a bunch of people who are dissatisfied, but no one really speaks up about it. Personally, I think this whole mess with Guns came from all that pent-up stress of his finally boiling over. Ow, I'm so sore from work yesterday. Slacking off recently really put me out of shape. Damn, maybe if I kick it into high gear, I won't have time to even think about the pain. Alright, let's do this! So apparently Guns been racking up win after win at the casino with no sight of quitting anytime soon. Is greed really enough to make someone turn their back on everything they know? When he comes back, I'll be sure to give him one hell of a wake-up call. I have only heard rumors, but apparently Guns is making a killing in the city's casino. Maybe we should have him throw us a party in exchange for making us well. Yeah. I love a railway. I even got permission to take pictures of it. Pretty sure this is the CGF's freight line. I wonder what kind of train will come. Can hardly wait. So, you went and investigated the entirety of those creepy ruins. Jeez, I admire your tenacity. I'd never be able to pull off something like that. We received a report yesterday about Tangram Gate's investigation of those ruins of Mainz mountain path. The commander didn't give two hoots about it though. Wouldn't be surprised if he tossed it in the trash. Ah, that's right, you guys stole our fun and finished the investigation of those ruins. Damn it, if I was the commander, I would have never given the order to withdraw. Yeah, but you are not the commander. Even if you probably would be a better commander than him. Well, time for another long day of paperwork. Back when I first enlisted, I had an image in my head of what a CGF officer was. Wonder if I'm really living up to that image. I finally made my decision. After wrapping up all my work today, Operation Heartthrob is the go. Oh yeah? Then go break a leg, my friend. I'd prefer not to break anything, if at all possible. My heart includes. If we were to go on a date with Stella, where would we go? Well, Michelin should be relatively empty now that the festival's over. This might be the perfect time to go. No. Take some time to breathe between bites. There are plenty of buses to and from the city, so we don't need to rush. You know that fork in the road on the way to the gate? A police academy is further down that road. Quite a few people in the CGF Bellguard division are stationed there. But I don't think we have access to the police academy. Now that non-aggression pact is in place, Crossbell seem to have been placated, but is everything really fine? All we have are a couple of saddle iron gates separating us from two superpowers. Both the Imperial and Republican armies can just show up and invade us whenever they feel like it. It would be nice if Crossbell could stay at peace due to that non-aggression pact, but I still think it's a bit too optimistic. All we have are a couple iron gates separating us from two superpowers. My buddy Burrell over at Tangram Gate was practically crying tears of joy from the investigation of the ruins being over. You guys gave a helping hand to Sergeant Major Seeker during that ordeal, right? Well, allow me to extend my thanks to you as well, SS. I think I realize how defensive this gate really is when stuck here against the Empire's overwhelming might. If I were serious, I doubt this place would last long. Tomorrow night we're traveling to the Nox Forest for a combat duel equipped only with our standard issue gear. The Crossbell Guardian Force's standard issue weapons are stun halberds and assault rifles, both of which are mandatory to be trained with. That didn't stop a certain someone from ignoring the rules and only practicing with stun halberd. Close combat happened to my forte, so I couldn't help myself. You know, I'm always down to give you a few pointers if you'd like. Sometimes my halberd skills are faster than a bullet. There you go again with that ego of yours. When you've only participated in basic rifle training, then... No, never mind. What's in the past is in the past. Commander's never there. Alright. Now, because they mentioned it here, I'll take a look in the direction of the police academy, but I doubt I find anything. As expected. Okay, but then this is, I think, the episode. Tell me if I missed something. Okay, yeah, it will be way too late, but you never know, right? Anyway, until next episode, when we actually go to St. Ursula to ask about the drug we found. I'm Ace, and don't get lost.